Hey everyone, welcome to Convos in the Attic. We are your hosts. I'm Mar.
I'm Dom.
Call me Albert.
But what is Convos in the Attic?
Actually, for the first time listeners of our first ever episode,
We out here.
the pilot. What
Yes,
is
sir.
Convos in the
Yes,
Attic?
You start, bro.
Anyway,
Let me gather my thoughts.
1 year of planning,
Yeah,
yes,
that's right.
brainstorming,
how much pesos in
Lels.
investment?
Brad.
But real talk, yeah?
Yeah, it's an investment of love. Well,
Wow!
naman,
It is,
Brad.
though.
It's doing what we love. Convos in the Attic, for me, ano talaga siya eh. Us as friends,
Yes.
I really appreciate yung conversations natin. As in,
True.
I take a lot from our conversations. Like, that I bring into my daily life. Like, the things I learned from you guys. I really want to open up that opportunity to other people who could listen to these kinds of conversations. How about you, Dom?
Yeah, same. I mean, Convos in the Attic is just us, our group of friends, just talking, engaging in, our normal conversations. And,
Yes, sir.
yeah, I mean, eventually we'd like other people to join in as well.
Yeah, and then for me, it's more of us like creating a platform to have a certain dialogue of numerous things, really. Anything that we have our minds on or whatnot. But yeah, just create that platform where we could just like discuss things, have opinions on things.
Nothing serious.
Yeah, and selfishly for us, I mean, like what Mar touched on, it's therapy. It's therapy in a way, just to like vent out things.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just out here trying to create a platform to just
We're out here
we're fucking out
after
here.
1 year.
Yeah, bro.
Oh naman.
And
Trust the process.
6 draft episodes.
Well,
What-
produced by Iwi.
Yes. Produced by Iwi.
It is what it is.
And
branding.
yeah, at the end of the day talaga, it's also broadening the conversation with other people because we really would
Yeah.
like the listeners to join in.
Our friends.
Yeah, our
Definitely.
friends, family,
You guys.
yeah, everyone listening. Jumping straight into it for our first pilot episode, I was just thinking of having this conversation with you guys as we usually do.
Hanap
Yeah.
sa pilot.
Diba?
Okay, go.
Talaga emphasize natin kasi it's been a journey. It's been a struggle. It's been a challenge.
Struggle.
Has been.
And on that note, yun nga yung gusto kong marinig from everyone is everyone is going through their daily struggle. Be it work, be it family, be it financial, be it, I don't know, mental, physical,
Everyone.
spiritual, lahat. What are your struggles that you go through every day?
Oh man, I don't even know where to start.
medyo malalim yung paghuhugutan.
My day
Yeah,
is a
bro, there's
struggle
some
in
real
itself.
shit. Real shit. No, but I suppose it's, for me, personally, it's more of like having to balance out my thoughts. So it's really more of mental. Just being able to like improve on that side of my life. Because it's just recently that I've been able to like realize on how it's an imperative to have a healthy mindset in terms of how we go through life.
How about you, Dom?
Well, my struggle starts at 6:30 in the morning when I wake up.
Specific.
Yes.
Real shit.
Waking up is a struggle in itself. Going to work is probably my biggest struggle of the day. Commuting, it takes me like an hour plus. I classify work as a struggle because of all the physical and mental energy I have to let out.
Yeah.
And then I also struggle going home because of traffic. And when I'm home, I think of the next day, so that's also a struggle.
It's a
So,
struggle to sleep.
No, pero di nga, pero like getting up, going to work. Actually, hindi pala joke to. My day is a struggle.
Yeah.
Monday to
Friday.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
What makes a struggle a struggle? If you get what I mean.
You
Na
don't like doing it.
and that's a good thing to note eh. Kasi for
Mm.
example, with work, it's something that we have to do.
Yes.
'Di ba? We don't live to work. We work to live, right?
Oh,
As they say.
As they say. But if you think about it na work is essential. We need to work.
Yes.
But that fact doesn't really help in a way change the mindset that it is a struggle.
yeah.
But in that regard, na parang alam natin na kailangan talagang pagdaanan to. What defines a struggle as a struggle? Because there are some people who view work not as a struggle, but as a luxury. Some people view work as a hobby or a passion. But for us in our situation, how do we define that kind of struggle? Why do we view it as a struggle?
What you said earlier,
I mean,
like your mental,
like why I define that
state.
as
your struggle.
as my struggle. Well, it's a continuous process. I have to just keep on improving. But yeah, it's a continuous back and forth, like inside my head. Like sometimes I win, like within. It's a back and forth of things, and that to me is a struggle because it's not consistent, so it fluctuates. Yeah. So I strive to keep things leveled. So that's one thing that I'm really just trying to achieve.
So it's the balancing it that you struggle. That
oh my god, the balancing act, bro.
Yan talaga yung mahirap.
Yeah, we've been talking about this for the longest time, but yeah, it sounds so simple, but it's the hardest thing to achieve. Just to get that balance.
And it's
in
not
life.
easy.
The mental aspect naman talaga yun yung pinakamahirap eh.
Yeah.
And you raised that point na
physical naman ako.
Yeah, and it's a struggle
That's
because
real,
it's
though.
something you don't like doing.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like, I'm pretty sure everyone listening here at a certain point in their lives, or even currently, na meron talaga mga bagay na pinagdadaanan mo lang na mahirap talaga just because it's part of your life.
Because you have no choice. I mean,
well,
at the end of the day,
technically you still do.
Yeah, you still do. But given how things are right now, if you don't do that, then you won't
facts.
get to eat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Pero wait, ikaw muna. What
well,
do you currently struggle with?
Actually,
because my line of work is I'm always out of
that Arab money.
Always out of the country for the most part.
Middle Eastern money.
Na it sounds nice on the outside.
Well,
Oy, relax ka lang. It sounds nice on the outside, but there are times na you get lonely kasi mag-isa ka lang naman, uwi ka ng hotel, mag-isa ka lang. Tapos you'd love to share your experiences with other people. For example, with you guys.
May IG stories naman ah.
Hindi ako ganun.
Okay, sige. Okay.
Pero iba yung authentic na organic sharing of experiences.
Right.
Na you
like
get
in the moment.
Exactly.
Moment, yeah.
There is no substitute for that. So my struggle is, it's a bittersweet struggle na masaya siya sana kasi I get to work and to travel for a living. But at the same time, I do it alone.
That's real.
I don't get to share the same joy, the same experience. And actually, when you go home, you'll realize na parang malungkot din pala. So for me, that's a struggle I'm going through. But of course, with everyone going through struggles, there's a reason why we keep pushing through.
Yeah.
Why we keep fighting.
Definitely.
So that's what I'm interested in hearing from you guys is, dun sa mga pinagdadaanan natin, for you, what makes the struggle worth it?
Good question.
I suppose that's quite subjective too in terms of how we answer this particular question. Because it depends on your why, right? Like the whole purpose on why you fucking breathe and just do things. And once you realize that, then that's your answer right there. I mean, at the end of the day, if you get to realize your truth, you'll be able to like set yourself to your path of not trying to be like romantic with it, but your fucking path of greatness. Right?
But for you specifically, like, what do you think would make the struggle worth it?
Personally, because right now, one thing I'm really trying to learn is just like to appreciate the whole process of things.
Yeah.
The whole thing becomes worth it intrinsically when I feel that I know that there's progress in it. And I could be the only one that could like answer that question for myself. Okay, do I feel like I'm progressing with this specific thing? If I don't feel that, then I wouldn't feel like it's quote unquote worth it. Yeah, y'all know what I mean.
So so the gratification talaga of seeing results from the struggle is what makes it worth it.
Like even like the small wins. And then when those small wins compound, I mean those are the things that I'm actually learning how to appreciate now.
Ikaw, Dom?
Just thinking of it now, I'd say what would make my struggle worth it is if whatever work output I produce, I mean being in advertising, is able to like help or impact the lives of other people. I mean, from an advertising point of view, because
Correct.
that's my industry.
Yeah.
So like I know, I mean, it's very common we come up with these very deep and well worded insights and copies, and then all of that, then you release all of these promises to consumers that this product, whether emotional or physical yung benefit niya.
Yeah.
Pero for me, it would be more worth it, my struggle, if I see that nagiging totoo nga, or nagiging the promise that we told people na we will deliver,
Yeah.
nakuha nila, and that they get to experience it, and whatever product made them happy, all of that.
Mhm.
Not just like putting out like strat or copy or creatives just for the sake of it's your job. So mas maging worth it for me as an advertiser industry person. Industry. Na maging you didn't just sell, you actually fulfill the promise and helped other people.
But yeah, to be honest, that's
Diba?
real though. Just to see your work help people, like
that should
genuinely.
be the end goal.
Totoo naman.
Diba?
To be honest, that's
I mean,
fucking real.
the award should be based on that, not like how many people viewed your crap.
Uy, may hugot na.
Relax.
Relax lang. Pero
Yeah,
totoo
real
yan
shit.
Simple analogy with exercise.
Mm.
If you're setting a fitness goal for yourself,
Yes.
sobrang hirap matuwa sa exercise kasi for one, pinapahirapan mo naman talaga sarili mo.
Yes.
That's the point of it na although people would say na you're enjoying it, the
Yeah.
reality is pasakit mag-exercise.
Ay.
But kasi 'di ba, scientifically the way you build muscle is you tear your muscle so that it will build tissue na mas malakas, and then that's how you grow.
Okay, science.
'Di ba? So in that sense, may analogy talaga na
Yeah.
and exercise takes time before you see
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah.
And you can apply that concept to anything in terms of there's no instant gratification. Parang
Yep.
the moment you yearn for instant gratification, talo ka na eh.
Yeah, facts.
That's true.
Facts.
Kasi instant gratification entails na you didn't put in too much effort.
Yeah.
Yes. You took the easy way out
Exactly.
or in.
Exactly. So but it just it doesn't make it as as sweet as you'd like it to be.
Facts.
Like the impact. And then there's this line that I remember. Love yours, diba? Love yours, J. Cole. Basta it's his line that it's beauty in the struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
that's one thing I really appreciate.
Lahat tayo may kanya-kanyang way of finding the beauty in the struggle and putting meaning in the struggle.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this, probably we've brushed over this no sa mga previous questions, but for you, Albert, personally, because yung tanong ko kanina was more on how do you find gratification, diba? What makes the
Yeah.
struggle worth it? But how do you see the beauty in the process, in the struggle?
Oh man, because we're currently living it,
Mhm.
trying to appreciate things.
Like when
I
you're
suppose
Yeah.
right now we're still learning how to appreciate the struggle and find beauty in it.
Yeah.
Again, it's subjective. Very
Yeah.
subjective.
but for you, how do you put meaning in the struggle, like beauty in the struggle? Kasi there's a way of actually appreciating the hardships that you're going through.
Yeah.
Like putting it into perspective
Yeah.
or
Just to go back to what I mentioned earlier, if you go through life in accordance to your truth, then I suppose that's when you'll realize the beauty in your current struggle in life. Once you know that you're walking the lines of your truth, like your self-esteem, your insecurity issues and whatnot, I don't know, it's not like it'll all go away, but you'll be more solid as a person.
I
If
agree.
that's established within you,
That's
like the
true.
truth.
That's true.
But that's another thing There's a prerequisite that you have to understand that
Yeah.
truth.
And that's
Yeah.
that's no easy feat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the struggle.
Facts. Oh man.
It's a paradox,
Cycle.
no?
It's a wheel.
Na parang you can have meaning in your struggle if you know your truth, but it's a struggle to know the truth, to
Yeah.
put meaning in your struggle.
Yeah, just to find the truth, your truth alone, knowing yourself. Oh, that's a lot to take in.
Yun yung pinakamahirap
Yeah.
That's true.
Dom.
Ako naman, I guess the beauty comes when, like, because of course the struggle will entail a lot of pain, physical or emotional, and stress and exhaustion. But I think the beauty comes when you, as you slowly overcome each challenge or the things that you have to go through.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, yes, the struggle is there, but it also ends.
Facts.
Diba?
Yeah.
It
that's
ends
true.
every Friday. Diba? Pero,
Ibang struggle yung susunod
and also the beauty comes when, it helps you improve as a person. It shapes your character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Facts.
You learn something from it. So there, like ako from my previous work, parang looking back now, like I'm actually grateful that I went through such a stressful experience because you knew that you overcame it and you got something from it.
Totoo.
Diba?
Turning
Good
L's to
beauty.
lessons.
Yeah.
Big Sean.
So ikaw naman, from going out of the country every 2 weeks, where do you see
How do you find?
Yeah,
How do I find?
Kasi sobrang hirap yun,
Yeah, I could
You
only
leave your
imagine.
family, your friends.
For me, it's putting things into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing is yung nasabi mo nga kanina, matatapos naman lahat ng hirap eh.
It does.
Lahat naman matatapos
It
talaga eh.
only
Yes.
lasts so long.
But one thing that I've learned is a lot of the things that I'm going through now are actually, eto yung mga lumalabas sa Facebook na mga memes. Yung parang, to be thankful for the things that you've prayed for that are yours right now.
That's true.
You know what? Those are real though.
Those are
Kasi,
you.
kunwari, a simple thing as magkaroon ng sariling panggastos nang hindi ka nanghihingi ng pera sa magulang mo.
Yep.
If you were thinking about that when you were in grade school, you cannot imagine that to be possible. Diba?
Mhm.
And then, fast forward to graduation, tapos nakakuha ka na ng first paycheck mo.
The money I had back then, nung college tayo, sobrang...
Exactly.
Diba?
Exactly.
Ang layo.
Tapos, taking a step back, ang daming taong walang trabaho.
Yes, that's also another thing we should always put in our heads. Na despite what we're going through, it's not like it's the worst.
Yeah.
Already.
Objectively, you still have it
Exactly.
good.
Sobra.
Yeah.
Way,
and we
way
should
better.
also find ways na to help those people as well, diba?
Oo.
Facts.
Like, yun nga yung ano ko. Actually, that's how I find
Improve.
beauty in the struggle is I always keep at the back of my mind na ang daming taong walang opportunity magtrabaho.
Yes.
So, it's a big injustice to them if I don't do well in my job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's real.
Kasi, kung ikaw na nabigyan ka na nga ng chance na magkaroon ng magandang trabaho,
And you waste it.
exactly, sana binigay mo na lang dun sa isang tao na
Who
mas
needs
masipag
it?
pa sa'yo na ang iniisip niya is kung may makakain siya the following day.
Yes, exactly.
So if you put things in that perspective, that's how you'll see that the struggle that you're going through is actually little compared to the other people who are going through more shit and getting less in return.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good way to close this first episode. And like we mentioned, it's not just about us talking to each other. It's also about us reaching out to you guys, the listeners.
Yes.
Kasi gusto rin namin talaga ma-expand yung conversations na ganito. I mean, we
Definitely.
get a lot of insights from each other, but it would be more helpful if we get more insights from you.
Yeah. Need that back and forth. The
Just
dialogue.
Also, the opinions presented in this show belong to the hosts and do not reflect.
Yeah.
Just an ending name disclaimer.
Okay. So if you guys have thoughts on how
fuck.
you deal with the struggle, how you find beauty in the struggle, and the struggles that you're going through right now, share them in the comments below. Reach out to us.
If you wanna join us,
if you wanna join us, just tell
ano
us.
lang,
Yeah.
DM mo lang si Mar or si Bert.
Chicken Joy lang katapat namin. Or Peachy Peachy from Ambers with cheese.
Okay, that's so specific.
Yes.
Sige.
So I hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope you guys join in the conversations, and I hope you guys listen to our future episodes. Till then, we'll catch you later.
Thanks, guys.